Welcome to the Summer of Champions, the only Olympics recap podcast you need. It's Friday night, August 2nd, 2024. I'm J.E. Skeets here in the Classic Factory, and alongside me, a lady who at one point today said, quote, "Let's go full horse." It's my beautiful wife, Nora Artinian.
I don't remember saying that, but I believe it.
Oh yeah, we had the multi-view up.
Oh yeah.
On Peacock, a bunch of things going on. One of them, a little equestrian, some team jumping, and you go, "Let's go full horse." And we went full horse.
Well, you knew what I meant, right?
I knew exactly what you meant.
Okay, people, let's start making that a thing. Like, making fetch happen. Let's go full horse.
Let's go full horse tonight on Summer of Champions. Over yonder, making all this magic happen. A lot goes into this show, guys. Super producer, JD.
They definitely said that in the control room at some point. Let's go full horse.
Lock it in.
Oh, what a call. Shout out to everyone joining us live on YouTube. Hit the like button if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't. Share the show. This show should be huge. I think we're the best Olympics podcast going.
Okay.
Have I listened or watched any of the other ones?
No, we don't do anything but watch the Olympics and do our own show.
I know, but I think it's up there. So, share the show with everyone. Podcast listeners, do us a favor. Leave us a 5-star rating and review. Help other people find the show there in the No Dunks feed. I always say this, there will be spoilers. Okay? Day 7 action in Paris. A wild day. Mm-hmm. You were like, I don't know, you were a little off today.
Yeah, I had maybe the yips. I had the twisties today.
Once you go full horse, there's no coming back.
Yeah,
I went full horse very early.
You can't come back from that.
But tonight's drink of choice.
Oh, yes.
We have a Brazilian beverage that you put a lot of work into today.
I did. This is the caipirinha.
Okay.
It's a sort of like a very popular drink in Brazil, originally from Sao Paulo. Do you want to learn how they toast?
Sure.
So there's two. We're going to start with the easier one, which is chin chin.
I've heard that one.
Chin chin.
Chin chin. Okay. I'm going to have a sip after that.
And then the other one, which I listened to a couple different videos of how to pronounce this. I think it's saúde. Mm-hmm. Is another way to cheers.
And what is in this? Okay,
so this is sugarcane spirit, limes that are muddled, and sugar over ice shaken.
It's tasty. Mm-hmm. It's like a mojito.
Yeah.
Mojito with Jace.
Mm-hmm. With packs a little bit more of a punch.
It's strong.
Yeah.
I love it.
Could be a weird show.
This is good for a Friday night.
It's great.
We're letting loose. We're having fun. Mm-hmm. We will be checking into rehab when we close out the Olympics.
Oh, my God. Well, actually,
a lot of people are concerned about our alcoholic consumption. We're having one drink at night, basically.
I wasn't concerned until someone else was concerned.
Oh, okay.
And then I was like, is it bad that we're doing this?
Relax.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it makes
Daddy needs a little drink at the end of the night after 10 hours of Olympic coverage.
I was reading about the origins of this drink, which are somewhat lost to history. But Wikipedia said they think it may have emerged around 1918 when people were sick with the Spanish flu.
Okay.
And a version of this with lemon, garlic, honey, and cachaça was being consumed to help people.
I could see that.
I mean,
it like clears you.
It's something.
Out, I guess.
Make you feel good, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, it's growing on me.
Okay.
I have to say, the first sip I had before we went live, I was like, I don't know, this might be my least favorite.
Sure.
But maybe the ice had to melt a little bit.
Yeah, you got to wait till it goes full
maybe
horse.
my mouth had to get a little used to the tartness of it. But we have gone full horse with this.
Yeah.
Okay, great stuff, Nora. You did put a lot of work into that, so thank you for that. All right, medal moments from day 7. We do gold, we do silver, we do bronze. It's all up to us where we go to try and recap the day the best we can. Let's start. Once again, maybe the third time here on Summer of Champions with Leon Marchand winning again in the pool.
Yeah.
He won his 4th individual gold. This one in the 200-meter IM. Mm-hmm. I'm a fan of the IM. I like it.
Really?
I like seeing these athletes in the pool do it all.
Yeah.
Okay, can you do the freestyle? Yes, so can I.
Yeah. See the full portfolio.
But can you do the back?
Sure.
Can you do the butterfly?
Right.
Can you do the other one I'm forgetting? The breaststroke.
Yeah.
And this is what he did here, and he got another Olympic record beating Phelps, the great Michael Phelps.
He stayed under that water, didn't he?
I just want him to stay under the entire time.
He straight chills under that water.
Is it legal?
Could you? Yeah.
I thought you had to come up at a certain point.
So did I. I thought that's what the red part of the lane is.
Yeah.
For backstroke specifically.
I see.
Because you can see it. I don't know why backstroke. But anyways, yeah, I thought that it seems unfair if you can do the entire length of the pool underwater.
But are you faster underwater for the entire length of the pool? No way.
No, not the entire.
I don't
but
know.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
We're talking out our ass.
He
here. We
was
don't know.
very comfortable underwater. On the turn, he got so deep. They did that underwater camera, and you could see there was a gap between him and everybody. It was a bit crazy.
They bring it up every race this guy's
time.
gone in. It's like he's the best underwater swimmer. We've talked about it like 3 or 4 times already.
This is
and it's true. Every time you watch it, you're like, holy crap. He goes deep and he just stays under. It feels like a couple meters more than the competition.
Mm-hmm. The crowd was out of control again.
Yeah.
The minute he came out, they were just apoplectic. People were losing it.
Yeah, this guy, I mean, he's coming through. This is pretty amazing. It's one thing to like get that first gold. Okay, wow.
Sure.
I mean, the star of the Olympics for France in their home country. And to back it up, not a second time, not a third time, but now a 4th time. I think he has one more event.
Yes.
That's pretty baller.
And
I mean, that is Phelps-like.
They've all been Olympic records as well.
Yeah, that's the other
Which
thing.
maybe, I mean, we talked about this pool being slow, but he's proving us otherwise.
2 crazy facts from the Athletic blog about that Olympic record and his monster night here. So this now leaves Michael Phelps with just one individual Olympic record left. 200-meter free. So Phelps has that. I mean, all the other ones have fallen to other people.
Right.
It also means that no Olympic records remain from Beijing 2008, when Olympic records were set in 30 of the 32 events, if you include the relays, during the high-tech suit era.
Yeah, when they were
Remember that controversy? Yeah. So they're all basically gone.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
From 08. Yeah, that's wild. And you're right, this is now not only Marchand's 4th Olympic gold, but his 4th Olympic record.
Yeah, he's a full-blown star now, basically.
Yeah.
They showed footage at the Stade de France where they were showing, that's where all the track and field stuff was happening.
Yeah.
Everyone in the crowd had their phones out watching him win gold while they were watching the decathlon, and they had to pause it because the crowd was so crazy at the Stade de France.
That's right. Yeah, the 400-meter. They were at one of the heats. They were in the decathlon, and they're like, hold on. Nobody's going to focus on, and there's
Everyone's
a
just
lot
screaming.
of commotion going on. Yeah. Let's just wait. It spread around everywhere, I guess. The same thing happened in Lille, where the basketball matches were going on in that stadium.
Cheering.
And then the BMX racing track, which we'll get to a little bit later, they, were going nuts. And like you said, the stadium there where the athletics were happening. So
the new monster returns.
This guy. On fire. He became just the 4th swimmer in history to win 4 individual gold medals at a single Olympics.
Wow.
He joins Michael Phelps, who did it twice in 04 and 08. Mark Spitz. Remember that name?
Yeah, I can kind of picture him.
Yeah. He had a mustache.
Oh, I would like to check that.
I feel like he was he's like early 70s. Like, I feel like he had like a Burt Reynolds.
Majestic mustache.
Yeah.
You are correct.
And then Kristen Otto from 1988. So
very cool.
This guy. Other big events or gold medal races in the pool. The Aussies had a night.
They did.
You had Australian Cameron McAvoy. I don't know why I struggle with that name. McAvoy.
Yeah.
But it's MC.
Yeah, like I said, write it phonetically. We talked about this before the show.
Nora, get off my back. Cameron McAvoy.
There you go.
He took the splash and dash. That's the 50-meter.
Really exciting race.
That was great. It was over in a blink of an eye.
And Florent, that giant Frenchman, got bronze.
Yeah.
That guy
is juiced.
They made him in a lab.
Yeah.
He is not a real person.
And I think they said he made some history too, having...
I think medaled maybe consecutive
4 times, I think, in this event, which is crazy.
Canada came close. We were in 4th.
Yes. And then another Australian in the women's 200-meter backstroke, Kaylee McEwen. Mm-hmm. She won too. So the Aussies added 2 gold medals in the span of like 15 minutes. The pool was moving quick tonight. We went bang, bang, bang.
I like it.
All for gold medals.
No funny business.
And then some heats.
Yeah.
But if you're keeping track, the Aussies up to 7 medals, or is it gold, I should say, in the pool.
Oh my gosh.
To America's 4. Remember, that's the duel in the pool.
Right.
Aussies are getting the best of them right now.
So the Aussies are winning so far.
They are. They're dominating. Okay. And then just speaking of the Americans there a little bit, brutal day for Caleb Dressel.
Yeah, not great for him.
He didn't make the podium in the 50 free final. I think he finished 5th.
So I think 5th
or 6th.
Yeah, tough day.
And then a few hours later, he didn't even make the final in the 100 fly.
Yeah.
these are two events that he won gold in Tokyo. This is the guy with the big
tattoos.
big hawk.
Yes.
Big hawk
Oh,
tattoo.
yeah, yeah.
I think
or
he was-
eagle, I guess it probably is.
He was pretty emotional about it, I saw,
yeah.
after not qualifying. It's a tough day.
Not a good day for Dressel.
No, sorry, bud.
JD, were you watching any pool events today?
Only on replay.
Okay.
Yeah, and Marchand, he's a beast. Is he the guy yesterday who had my favorite celebration I've seen so far? Wins the race by a lot and does this. He does a twirly,
Oh,
and then he goes like this with his thumb. I can't do it.
I would like
He
to
does
see that if you
this.
did it.
I was trying to
twirl and then
find it. It
points.
was like almost sarcastic. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like, woo, me.
Woo,
you know,
another
like-
gold. Big deal for this guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't confirm
I saw
whether that was him.
I saw him at the end of this one. He did 4. He was raising 4 into the
baller.
air.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
And he did an interview post race, and he was saying, first of all, his English is so good. I think he trains in the States, but anyway.
Yeah. Is he go to Arizona?
Maybe.
I think so.
Anyway, he was great. And he was saying he was really, really anxious the previous 3 races, but this one, for some reason, he's like, maybe because I won 3. I was very relaxed coming in today and just had a lot of fun,
Yeah.
which
I
is
mean, yeah,
terrifying. That's him having fun.
Yeah, that's
Like,
scary
what
for the
happens
rest
when
of
he's
the
locked in
competition.
again?
Yeah. He's like, I'm just splashing around out there. Whoops, I won. Whoopsie.
Also,
This
JD,
guy-
I feel like Leon could be like a Doyle boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we think he looks like Jackson a little bit.
Okay.
Your son, your youngest son.
He
has
that.
some similarities.
He has Doyle-
something in the
Doyle
eyes.
energy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What if he's my son?
Oh, what were you doing in 22
Wow,
years
and,
ago?
And Jackson got into swimming recently,
he
competitive
did.
swimming.
Yeah. Very good swimmer too.
Ooh, maybe we can
Interesting.
manifest something here.
How old is this Leon Marchand?
think he's 22.
So
Yeah, I
that
think
math
it's
doesn't
Rachel's
actually
genes,
work.
though.
Yeah.
No, I think
Yeah,
it's
that's
Rachel's
right.
genes.
Who's the real
Wow.
athlete?
Wow. Okay.
Okay, let's get to our silver medal moment from day 7. Track and field. Starts with a bang.
Yeah.
We're just giving it to track and field because it's officially here. No offense to the race walkers of the world, but it really started today on day 7. Let's just start by saying, purple track.
Oh,
Beautiful.
It looks amazing.
Beautiful.
magnifique.
C'est magnifique. Looks cool. Pops on the screen. This is where they were doing the rugby sevens.
Yeah.
Confirmed is in this giant stadium. I think it can pack like 75,000.
It's
I think
enormous,
they said.
yeah.
Good crowd too for day 1 of
Every
athletics.
crowd has been incredible
Yeah.
at this Olympics.
You're right. I feel like that's not being talked about enough.
I'm talking.
Maybe it is.
Really?
Maybe it is in
I-
France.
They talk about it on the broadcast.
Do they?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
They're so activated. I love it. They're
Yeah.
happy. They're cheering.
Yep.
Everyone's having a great time.
Yeah.
And we had some great races. We'll start with some of the heats because one of the first races this morning, it was one of the early things we watched,
Yeah.
was the American Sha'Carri Richardson winning her 100-meter heat. No big deal.
Not a problem.
As expected, she moves on to the semifinal. That's one of these races where we have a lot of people. So you got to do your heat
Yeah.
and then semifinal and then final. I think both of those happening tomorrow, actually.
Very
Shelly
exciting.
Ann Fraser-Price of Jamaica. She kicked off her 5th and final Olympics with the second fastest time of the heats to breeze into the women's 100-meter semifinals. And I did look. They're going to compete in the same race tomorrow.
Ooh.
So, I mean, they're both in the semi
Right.
trying to get to the finals, but they'll be lined up.
Yeah,
beside
that'll
each
be
other
fun to
on
watch.
the same track there, so that'd be good.
I love this race. It's very exciting.
Oh yeah, this is
So cool.
I mean, it's like a lot of these events here on the track. I get nervous.
Yes.
I get hyped.
Yes. You get
and
really
they're
close to the TV.
I get very close to the TV. Well, I was
Which
tired,
I'm like, can you even see what's happening?
I was tired of wearing my glasses.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You guys might need a bigger TV. Have you considered
God, we hear this all the time.
Oh my goodness.
It was there when we moved into our house.
Okay. Wow. That's
It was,
great.
and it's
Bonus.
a nice TV.
Yeah.
But we are, our setup of our living room.
It's just too wide.
We are far away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big room. So I'll give you that. Is there more space to put a bigger television? Yeah, there is. Yeah.
maybe.
Okay.
Every time
So-
my buddy Ken comes down here, he always wants to sell me a new TV.
Everyone wants us to get a new
my-
TV.
We'll get one. All the money we're making off of Summer of
Oh,
Champions.
that's
Wow.
sweet, sweet cheese money.
Yeah, exactly. Also fun, we had a world record on the track, on that purple track. The United States, out of nowhere, set a 4x400 mixed relay world record. I had forgotten this was an event.
Yeah, it was really fun.
I really did. This is, like I talked about with the marathon race walking event, which is coming up next week. This is mixed, where it went man, woman, man, woman.
Correct.
And you're passing the baton and they're doing a whole lap. And this was the first heat of the first round. And that quartet there for Team USA got it done. They were apparently gunning for it. They knew what the time to beat was.
They were serious.
And they sort of smashed it.
Yes.
From what I can remember. And again, this was a heat. This wasn't for gold or anything.
Yeah, it was 3 minutes, 7 seconds, 0.41.
The women wore full line.
Obsessed with Shamir Little. She has like a buzz cut and it's like colored to match her outfit.
Yeah.
She looks so cool.
And then Brown at the end, the other female.
It was great. It was really fun to watch.
But like, you don't see that often. Like a lot of you want to like, you save it. You save it for the big one.
I was surprised.
But maybe they could set it again.
I could tell. It sounded like the announcers were also a little bit taken aback.
Again, you don't see a world record in the first heat.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think this is a fast track. I really do. Maybe the weather was really good today for them.
What does that mean when they say? Because they did mention that it's a fast track. Do you think it's like what it's composed of?
Yeah, a little bit.
So it maybe propels you a bit more.
Maybe just people see purple and they want to run faster.
Maybe it does.
I don't know. Maybe it has some psychological effect on you. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's what they mean though. It's probably bouncy or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm bouncy, grippy.
Yeah.
I'll look into that tonight.
Okay.
Report tomorrow.
Some sports science up in here.
But the best event from that stadium today in track and field was the 10,000 meter race. 10K race, 6.2 miles for you people that love the miles. A lot of laps is what we're getting at, right? It's only 400, right?
Yes.
You got to go around a whole bunch of times. But what a goddamn race. I was hyped.
You
JD.
were hyped, yeah.
I was so hyped. I was cheering on our Canadian, Mo Ahmed. He was in it. He put up a great effort. He finished fourth ultimately, so just missed out on a medal. But
he should be proud, though.
We had the Ugandan, Joshua Cheptugai. He set the Olympic record in a very fast final. Ethiopia got silver. American Grant Fisher.
Out of nowhere.
Who was born in Calgary.
What? Scandal. An actual Canadian?
Should I add the medal? He's sort of Canadian.
Maybe we do a half?
Do a half.
No.
Okay.
Who's he running for? The States?
He's running for the States, yeah.
Boo.
Yeah, but he was born in Calgary. Anyway, he got third. This was an incredible performance. 13 guys in this race set an Olympic record.
In the same race.
Same race. Like, this race at times can be a bit of a possum race.
Yeah,
where
you're sort of waiting to see who makes the move.
Everybody chills for 20 laps.
That's what they said. The announcers were like, oh, this is going to be kind of a slow race. And then the race started, and a few laps in, Borrega moved out front for Ethiopia, and they were all like, whoa, he's speeding it up.
Well, because it was the game plan, no doubt, from the three Ethiopian runners to let's lay it down early and see who we can drop and see what we can have, the impact we can have on this race. Because you're right, they started going. Like, they were putting quick lap times early. But everybody, for the most part, was trying to hang on and did.
I couldn't believe it.
And that's how we ended up with this super fast race, which was so entertaining.
Yeah.
And, there was some jostling out there.
Is that typical, you think?
Oh, yeah. I mean, these guys are running as fast as they're running and as close as they're running.
They were very close together.
They're all within, 2 lanes, right? So, yeah, there's some clipping of heels, unfortunately.
Throwing bows. Poking each other.
There was at one point, the 2 Ethiopian guys were, trying to box out, I think, Mo.
I would not.
They were, looking at each other, get them.
I would not react well to that.
No.
I'm trying to run and someone's poking at me and elbowing me.
And it was so good. And again, the Ugandan just coming through Joshua there, just cooking at the end. And really, it felt extra bad for the Canadian, for Mo, because he was in third.
For a while there.
It looked like we're talking the final 100 meters where obviously the kick is happening. Everybody's giving it everything they have. They've already run a way too fast a race. And the Ethiopian guy came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And you could see Mo what the hell?
Yeah, both Aragawi and Fisher kind of came around his right and he was like, no way.
Yeah, they were, come on.
Yeah. We saw you, Mo. We know you ran a really good race.
Oh, it was an awesome race.
Yeah.
It was so entertaining. A great start. This was the first race there for a medal. If this is what we have coming over the next week or so on this track, oh my God.
Very exciting.
So good. And then before we move on to the bronze story, incredibly, Nora, when we were watching early events, you noticed that one of the announcers sounded familiar, and then I think you caught her name, And I'll let you explain, but the timing was wild because we had just talked about the Real Housewives Bravo series on last night's Summer of Champions. But explain who the hell you found out was on the broadcast.
Everything leads back to Bravo, okay? So we were watching, as you said, the voice was very familiar to me, and I said, is that Sonia Richards-Ross, former Olympian and former housewife on Real Housewives of Atlanta? She was only on for 2 seasons, but when I tell you, every episode she mentioned she was an Olympian.
Oh, I was going to say, how did you know she was an Olympian? But
her whole storyline was, I'm an Olympian, and she is. She's a very decorated Olympian.
Oh, you went down a rabbit hole today because you knew she was an Olympian, but I don't think you knew what she had accomplished on the track.
My brain was Real Houses of Atlanta, check. Olympian, check. And then I was like, well, she would talk about it a lot, but I don't remember how many medals she won. Well, listen, guys, I need to know all the things. So I went and learned all the things. She won 3 consecutive Olympic gold medals in the 4x400 in 2004, 2008, and 2012.
For which country?
U.S.
For U.S. Oh,
yeah. She's born in Jamaica, but she ran for U.S.
Real Housewives of U.S.
She was ranked number 1 in the world from 2005 to 2009 in the 400 meters.
Okay, so that was her
She's
specialty.
a boss.
Yeah.
Would you like to know her taglines?
Oh, Real Housewives, for people that don't know the show, every intro, and they change it every season, I believe.
So in the intro of the show, each cast member has a tagline that's supposed to sort of sum up their ethos, who they are.
Right.
And it's usually a pun or a play on words. They're not usually great.
Right.
So what do you think hers are going to be about?
Well, so they're track related.
Obviously.
Something about you.
Try it. Yeah.
You can eat my dust because I just did 40 flat.
Okay, that's not bad.
Okay.
But they're definitely in that wheelhouse.
You wish you could keep up with me both on the track and off.
Okay.
Not bad.
Okay.
I don't know the answer. Am I close?
Her season 14 tagline, which was her first season, was, I may be a rookie, but this isn't my first race.
Okay.
New to the show. She's getting to know everybody.
Okay.
Next season, I've been here. I know what I'm doing. Season 2. If you can't keep the pace, stay out of my race.
Okay, I was sort of getting there.
I like the rhyming.
Yeah, rhyming, yeah.
I wish she had stepped away from race talk.
Yeah,
I feel
she
like
said race twice.
Yeah, I think you've already done the sporty line. I think you need to change it up. You're more than that.
I don't mind sticking in the track world, but like give me a I'm gonna lap
or like
you
gold.
or something.
I would have used gold somewhere in there or something like that.
Yeah. Podium, something. I mean, lots of options.
First, anyway, that's the story.
But what happened? Why'd she leave?
Well,
She wouldn't stop talking about her gold medals. Like, okay, already.
Another lap around this racetrack, I guess.
Atlanta is a show that has struggled in the last couple of seasons, so they're doing like a full recast. And actually, you know who's coming back? Phaedra, who you like from Traders. They're bringing her back.
Phaedra. I love Phaedra.
Yeah, so they're bringing her back for the new season. So it's going to be great. I like Phaedra Parks as well.
All right.
Anyway, this is the end of the Bravo portion of the show.
Yeah, we got it in. I can't believe
Wow.
it. All right.
Incredible.
Our bronze medal of the day, it's going to go to Great Britain's Great Day. Mm-hmm. I said the Aussies did really well today, and they did, especially in the pool. But what a day for Great Britain. Let me go through it. They won gold in women's trampoline. Bryony Page. How do you know it's Bryony?
Because I went to her thing on the Olympic website. You can go see the athletes say their name.
It's not Bryony?
No, it's pronounced Bryony.
I think it's Bryony.
Wow,
Yeah.
Bryony.
It's a kind of a common name.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it is Bryony.
Bryony.
Not Bryony as in pickle brine. Bryony.
Bryony.
Yeah.
Oh, I was putting the emphasis on the wrong part of it.
not Bryony. Yeah,
There's a lot of names.
Hold on,
we're
let me turn the
learning.
page on that name. Bryony Page finally got gold. Women's trampoline. We were watching this.
Yes, it was fun.
This is wild. She had got silver in Rio. She had got bronze in Tokyo. So she finally got that gold. She got the whole collection, which I think was pretty cool. Like, if you're not just going to win gold outright, that's the next best thing to me. Now, I wish she had done it in order. I wish she'd won bronze first,
Okay,
then
OCD.
silver, then gold. But
Yes.
still, she's got 3, and they're going to look cool all hanging up together,
Yeah.
or however you want to frame them.
Do you remember when we were watching her compete and the next opponent, we thought I was a witch because of what I caused?
Oh, yeah. Why did you say that? you wanted somebody to fail.
Okay,
the poor
so
Chinese athlete.
because
you
we
put a
had-
jinx on her.
We had a Canadian who had gone, and she had already completed. Her score at that point was good enough to get some sort of medal.
Bronze, I believe.
Right, but
Yeah.
there were other people still competing. And then the athlete for China got up there, and I said out loud something to the effect of, "I'm sorry, honey, I'm going to need you to make a mistake so that Sophie-Anne gets a medal." And then she fell and hit her head.
She hit her head.
Yeah, on the side. But she's okay.
She was okay.
But we both looked at each other and said,
yeah, that was like, whoa.
"Are you
do
a
more of
witch?
that.
A bruja? Are you a sorceress?"
That's true. I forgot about that.
Anyway, I'm sorry to
we
that
did. We
athlete.
did get Canada did get a bronze.
She
in that.
did.
Yes, so good for her. Back to Great Britain though. Okay, gold on the trampoline, gold in equestrian jumping team final. They went full horse, and Scott Brash's perfect ride on the horse named Jefferson.
Wow.
Didn't you guys mock that
We
horse
did.
name when I picked it as one of my favorites?
I will eat my
I
words.
mean, I wouldn't say we mocked
Oh, there was
He's
some
no,
blowback on Jefferson.
He's no Castle Howard Casanova.
No,
That's
no
right.
one
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
No one is. But Jefferson winning with Scott Brash. They won it at the end. That was a team event. And I know someone that was watching it. Our good friend, Trey Kirby, was watching.
Oh?
That's right. Because he tweeted, "That horse sure can jump."
Is that the Southern lawyer?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I think he was just sort of, I mean, you can say that about every horse for the most part in that event. But this guy knows horses because this week,
Yeah.
a couple days ago, he was on a horse.
Oh,
There he is.
he was actually on a horse.
That's Trey Kirby riding a horse. Giddy up.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he was in to the equestrian team
I bet he was.
jumping final that Great Britain won. Let's keep going. Rowing. Great Britain won a gold in the lightweight women's double sculls. They won silver in the men's pair finals. They won bronze in men's synchronized 3-meter springboard.
Wow.
Their names, Anthony Harding and Jack Laffer.
Oh, wow. Harding and Laffer?
Yeah,
They should open a pub.
Harding and Laffer.
You know, like Elephant
Yeah.
and Castle? That sounds a lot better.
That's true. And then 2 more silvers for the Brits in the pool. Ben Proud in that 50-meter freestyle. And then Cale, I already talked
Callum
about Cale
Scott?
Crystal. And then Duncan Scott.
Oh, Duncan
in
Scott.
the 200-meter individual medley. Man, got a lot of names
I was
here.
looking up the medal count versus last time because it did seem like kind of a banner day for Great
Huge
Britain.
day.
And there was a chart I think JD has he can throw up that last time at Tokyo at this point in the games they had 24 medals
Okay.
and now they're at 27. So if they stay on track, they will surpass their previous performance.
They really kicked things into gear when they hosted
London?
back in 2012.
Yeah.
I think they put a lot of money into athletics
I
or the
would think so.
Olympics and trying to do well there. And they did okay from what I can remember. But then I want to say they were one of the first countries ever to the next Olympics actually did
Yes,
better
yes.
than when they were hosting it.
They were talking about that on one
Yeah.
of the shows we watched.
Yeah. So they are kicking ass right now and are, creeping up the medal count, which we'll show you in a second. But other events, this is where I love to hear from JD. Any other things you watched and anything else you want to touch on? Anything come to mind that you have?
I mean, there was a story about Teddy Riner, who was the French judoka who won
Oh,
gold.
yeah. That was cool.
That was really exciting.
Wow, a little weirdness going on
In
with
the
the Georgian athlete.
Yes, in the previous
Kicked
fight.
him in the balls and
Okay.
he did.
Yeah.
He
Well,
got his ass handed to him.
basically, the Georgian judo athlete they got into a bit of a scuffle after their fight. I don't know how to describe it, but yes, essentially,
sort of kicked up.
The French Teddy was on the ground and then flipped him, and then the Georgian guy was basically on top of him,
Yeah.
and was upset about that because it led to the end of the fight. And then the Georgian guy kind of pushed into his crotch. It got a little weird, and then the Georgian guy who's on top of him put his hand on his face,
Yeah.
and sort of face palmed him.
Disrespectful.
It was very disrespectful.
Teddy is also the most decorated
Yes,
judoka ever.
Yeah.
This guy wins, man.
4 Olympic golds.
Damn. And this is the 100-kilogram class. These are the big boys.
Yeah,
I
I think he's like 6'7".
Yeah, these guys are huge.
He's a big boy.
And that Georgian athlete, I think, has been disqualified completely from
There's
the rest
been
of the
some
Olympics, which he was supposed to be
Wow.
in the team version.
Yeah, I'm sure
So,
the
he's
Georgian
out.
team is disappointed
Yeah,
in him. It
not
was
good
just
luck.
very unsportsmanlike.
For sure. JD, anything else that you watched today?
Well, I tried sailing again.
Man, you
Love the
cannot
ocean.
quit the boats.
I can't. Saw a race finish today.
Exciting.
So, that was exciting.
I watched 10 hours of sailing, and I saw one race finish finally.
I can't even remember who won, to be honest. But it was fun. It was fine. I caught some of the trampoline, and I went in with such disdain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, trampoline, I guess it's on. Let's check it out. Locked in. Like, I watched the whole men's final.
Did you see that New Zealand athlete that nearly he did miss the trampoline, and luckily they have the guys with the crash
there.
mats?
Yeah.
That was scary for a
These guys,
second.
they're falling. How high are they?
They're high.
It looks like they're 50 feet in the air. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that high, but
I think
hard
it's
to
more
tell.
like 30, but it's high.
Yeah.
It's high. And I was like thinking about this because before that I was watching synchronized diving, which is a thing in and of itself. You know, the pressure of the two guys. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
just one of you has to fuck up. It's hard enough, you know. It's like, you had to overstep, you know, that kind of thing. But anyways, but the trampoline is like diving, but every single dive is
Matters.
all packed into 30 seconds.
they
Because
do
once
like
you
10
start,
things.
yeah, you're doing
And
everything
it's all
at
about
once.
keeping it in the middle of the mat, and like, good luck. Like, you're in the air and
I
you do
have
a
no
million
idea
twists
how.
and
Yeah.
flips. You're like, I don't know.
I was reading, actually, not to go back in time, but Bryony, who you were talking about, she went through a phase in her training where she got basically the equivalent of the twisties for trampoline.
Sure.
And she had to relearn how to do everything.
Oh, I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not going on that thing again.
Right. So scary. So scary. What are we doing?
They should do team trampolining, though.
How?
I don't know, but
You're
it'd be
both up there?
wild. Yeah, two of them trying to jump on the same thing. It'd be nuts.
Well, they had two next to each other, didn't they? At one point,
yeah,
it felt like it was like, what if he jumped over to the other one? Anyways,
Yeah, that's slam
It does look fun, but incredibly dicey, though. I
Yeah.
could never.
And I mean, that's a tough sport for like, you screw up, like that New Zealand guy, the Kiwi.
Yeah.
It was the final. That's it.
That's it.
yeah.
You're done.
Yeah.
He misses, and it's like, well, okay, there go. He finished obviously last in the
Yeah.
finals, 8th
rough.
overall, but like that
That's
stinks.
brutal. Yeah.
It's like, don't screw up, man. It's over.
Yeah.
Few other things. We do have our men's tennis final: Djokovic versus Carlos Alcaraz. Not bad. 2 stars there. In basketball, we had Spain getting eliminated with a loss to Canada. Canada
Yeah.
in the group of death, 3-0. And I will quickly explain what's likely going to be your quarterfinals matchups. If Serbia and the States win tomorrow, okay, they're expected to win. Serbia is playing South Sudan, who's good team, and USA is playing Puerto Rico, scrappy team. But those two teams, Serbia and US, should win. The quarterfinals will be, if they do, USA versus Brazil, Germany versus Greece, who squeaked in, Canada versus France, Serbia versus Australia, who also got through thanks to the Canadians. So great matchups. That's what we're likely looking at.
How are you feeling about the way the team looks?
Of all these teams, or almost all these teams, that's the team I want Canada to play.
Oh, great.
Now, I don't think Canada is on the opposite side of the bracket from the States.
Oh, really?
That was the one thing.
Oh,
They needed
really?
some point differential to go their way, but Germany kicked ass here today.
I see.
I think France is very overrated. They have not looked good.
Okay.
I think we could beat them, but I don't want to be on the same side as Team USA. But you know what? Just beat them in the semis.
Yeah.
Just beat them in the semis.
Yeah.
Get rid of them.
Sure. I
So
love that.
We'll see. So it's setting up here for a very exciting quarterfinals. I know Trey and Tass, next week we'll get back to doing some like basketball only podcast too for you hoops sickos out there. 2 other quick things here. BMX racing.
Yes.
You watch this?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, pretty fun.
It's fun. It's too short.
Totally
I agree.
It's over too quick. Let's
Yeah.
make this thing 3 times longer.
I know. Just do
Or
more
laps.
laps or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
They're
way
so
too
fast.
short.
I'm with you on that. But
But-
we had an amazing story, especially, in the men's BMX racing finals, France went 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So cool.
That's pretty
That was
cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
In fact, when they were crossing the
Yeah.
line, okay, it's the guy in first, then the second French guy comes in, and you could see him turn around
Yeah.
as he's crossing the line to
Yeah.
see.
Did we just do this?
Tell me the third guy's in
Yeah.
third spot, and we do 1, 2, 3. That was pretty
It was
cool.
great.
But the women's race we had Australian BMX rider Saya Sakakibara. I know I
think
butchered
that's
that,
it.
but pretty close.
Pretty good.
Saya, she claimed Australia's 10th gold medal here. Emotional scenes.
Ugh.
First off, her boyfriend
Yes.
was the guy that finished third.
Yeah.
So
For France,
he's there.
yeah.
So he got the bronze, but she wins the gold. Her brother, though, who is also an athlete here in BMX racing, he suffered a really traumatic brain injury while racing a couple of years ago.
Yes.
And then she suffered a severe concussion in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Some of you might remember that. Like, she got, I think, stretchered off. Really, she collided with another racer in that race. And then so she comes back, and it's just like, I know the interview she had after she's dropping F-bombs, like, it was like, I was like choking up a little bit.
I know.
Her brother was there, by the way, and
Yes.
yeah, it was cool.
She's faced a lot of adversity. She also had COVID this week. Like,
Yeah.
it was just like all the things. But her backstory is incredibly emotional. I know watching her interview, I got very emotional. I had to step away because I was like, I just did my makeup. I'm like bawling.
Yeah.
But she was very sweet. She just kept asking, "Is this real? Did this really happen?"
She was like,
She was like in shock.
sort of blowing her mind, and then the reporter's like, "Yeah, this is real. Like, you're a gold medalist," and
Yeah.
she was like, "Whoa."
These are the stories I love about the
I
Olympics.
know,
Like, I
totally.
could care less about stars. I don't want to see Alcaraz. I don't want to see LeBron. Sorry. I want to see people like this,
Yeah.
like really achieving something. And then us, like, I would never know about this story. This
No,
is wild.
shout out to Sean, a Summer Champions fan. Sort of right before we were heading here, we watched the race. Maybe I missed it or didn't know they were talking about it. I don't know.
They mentioned it.
Did they
but
mention it?
Yeah, they do the thing where it's like, they live in the bubble of BMX, right? So it's just like,
It's like, you,
as
of
you
course,
know,
yeah.
her brother had this terrible thing happen. Like, nah, what terrible thing?
Yeah.
Right,
So,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, her brother, like, affected his speech, his movement on his right side of his body. He's relearning, like, basically
Took him
essential
years.
life skills. Yeah. It's cool that he was there. She was wearing number 77 for her brother, which he wrote. This guy was like a top 10 guy in the world,
Yeah.
too. No slouch. So that was awesome. I'm with you. And so Sean, he was like, you got to look into this because it's huge in Australia.
Yeah.
Right.
It is a massive, massive story, and rightfully so. But that was cool.
Yeah.
But back to the actual event.
Oh.
Needs to be longer.
Yes.
And it needs to be a little bit more like Paperboy and less Excitebike for you Nintendo fans out there. I want some crazy breakdancers in the way. I want a dog
obstacles.
chasing them.
More
I want
obstacles.
obstacles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're too good. It's a little too simple, I
It
thought.
was pretty like smooth for the most part.
Yeah,
One guy crashed
there was
out.
one crash. I know they're jockeying for position and it's
Yeah.
to get
Yeah.
out of the block and down the ramp.
That
but
first ramp when they come out and they go over the first hill, that shot is so cool.
very cool, but it's no hell track. Again, I hate to go back to rad. Way bigger. Let's get a Kix cereal bowl on the course. Like, let's
Right.
get crazy.
Yeah. I'm with you.
But otherwise, it's
I'm
very
with you.
entertaining.
Just some obstacles.
Just
you
some
know?
Just make some
obstacles.
suggestions.
Yeah.
It's the BMX is meant to. It's like a simulation of a motocross, right, for kids.
Yeah.
That's where it came from, I think. So yeah, let's get stupid with it.
Like a little jump or two is not going to hurt anybody. Like
Just-
over some water and.
A cross country version of it. How about that?
Oh, that.
Like put it out on the mountain bike type of course.
Oh, sure.
But I like the problem is as well is that they're so good they make it look super
I know.
easy.
I was just thinking
That's
that.
the
Like,
thing.
imagine
Yeah.
we tried to do that.
No.
We'd, like, be wiping out probably like.
Yeah.
Because they figured out where to jump,
Yes.
what little moguls or whatever you call them to hit.
Yeah.
To ride. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Incredible. Final sport I wanted to touch on. This is hilarious, to me at least. And I'm just going to read this from the Athletic blog, okay?
Okay.
This is in Versailles. Back to the horses. So listen up, Trey. Quote, Lloyd Christmas would not be amused. Defying both the Olympic spirit and the Dumb and Dumber mantra, so you're telling me there's a chance, Israel decided there was, in fact, no chance at Chateau Versailles earlier today. In the equestrian jumping final, set on the grounds there in Versailles, Israel trailed badly after 2 rounds, as in dead last with 33 penalty points. So as the final headed to the last round of riders, Israel took its horses and went home, opting not to finish the competition.
That's crazy.
They
Has anyone ever
straight
done
up-
that? They
I'm
just
sure
gave
it's-
up?
I'm sure it's happened, but
They had to get the horse there.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they had to ask the horse.
Oh, no.
They're like, I don't really want to do this. What do you think? Because you've really been messing up.
It's really the
all
horse
day,
that does
dude.
it.
Yeah.
That's who got the 33 penalties.
yeah. And the horse.
Oh, wow.
It was a bad nay, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I thought that was incredible. Just straight up, no, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just
calling
wasting
it.
everybody's time.
That's crazy. I wonder if anyone's ever done that before.
Just quit. That's the spirit of the Olympics.
Well, in the same article, they did say that it was hot and they had to wear the
it's too
stuff.
hot.
It's too hot. It's too hot.
I didn't expect this weather.
Yeah, we don't want to go. It's
Yeah.
too hot.
No. As Survivor fans, it's offensive to us. I mean,
To quit at anything.
you can't quit.
There
You
could have been
can't
another country, another horse that could have competed.
quit. Yeah.
Yeah.
You need Probst out there shaming them. You know,
Yeah.
like you sure you want to leave everything here? Okay, all right then. Bring in the chopper.
They did not snuff that horse's
Yeah, they should have.
No. When you quit, you do not get it snuffed. You are now dead to Jeff Probst.
They take an Olympic
Yeah.
muffin and step on it.
Yeah, that's right. All right, let's show you the updated medal count after day 7. China leading the way with 13 golds. France and Australia, though, with 11 golds. And obviously, France has a ton of medals. USA still leading the way. They're 4th overall when you're counting it by golds, as we do. But they have the most total medals. But still a good battle here between, really 5 or 6 countries when you're looking at gold.
Yeah,
So,
it's getting dicey now.
awesome stuff. Week into the Olympics. But let's get a little more cultured here. Let's learn some things with Nora's French word of the day.
Je suis un ananas.
C'est beau l'amour, l'amour, l'amour.
C'est possible. Pourquoi pas? Les ananas ne parlent pas.
All right, French word of the day.
Well, French word of the day actually today is a phrase. And that phrase is c'est la fin des haricots. C'est la fin des haricots.
Okay.
What? Right?
Nah.
Do any of
or
the words
it's,
mean anything?
Oh. Oh, yeah. it's not a
like
question.
it's the end of something.
It's the
Fin
end.
is the finish.
You're on the
Yeah.
right track.
Is it the finish line?
It's the end of the world as we know it.
Does haricot not mean anything to you?
No,
I'm surprised.
it should.
I know them as gummy bears. No, sorry,
that's Haribo.
Okay, sorry.
It's a vegetable.
Haribo.
This is. I'll give you this context. This is not a sentence you would normally know, but it means something in French, which I will tell you.
So,
But I thought
you said it's a vegetable.
Yeah, I thought you would know what that word is in French. I will
keep
give
saying
you.
that?
So
I'm
haricot.
shocked by your lack of knowledge.
Maybe as soon as I left
Can I
Canada,
give you-
I didn't have to see French, on every item at the grocery store.
Yeah, but you don't retain any of it?
No, I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you a
really.
clue. Trey
Yeah.
Kirby.
Beans.
Boom.
It's
So-
it's the end of beans.
It's the end of the beans, which is apparently
It's the end of the beans.
It's an expression.
Oh my God, Trey's gonna say this all
the
the
end of the
time now.
beans.
Don't tell him this.
So it's basically has the same effect of like it's the last straw or like game over.
Okay.
And in historical context, beans were a staple food for the masses in France. So if you ran out of beans, it would be like a big disaster.
Okay.
So c'est la fin des haricots. It's like it's the end of the beans.
Oh my God,
So
it's the end of the beans
the end of the
as we
beans.
know
Beans.
it.
today's beret is purple.
And that means Fat Boy Miles bet $100 that it would be purple before the show started tonight. I saw you there,
You're
Fat Boy
rich,
Miles, in the stream team, and yeah, you're rich. I don't know how much you.
Wait, where did he place this bet?
Oh,
Who knows?
bet
On the
Bet
horses.
MGM,
Maybe
yeah.
on the horses. He went full horse.
He bet on a little pedestrianism, a little Nora Beret, a little sprinkle here, a
A little bit of this.
put a little
that.
bit of money, a little moolah on the Israeli horses to quit
Giving up.
early. It's rich.
Anyway, I felt like purple was the one. Some people had mentioned they thought yesterday would be purple, and I was like, I'll give this one today.
What do you mean people had mentioned it?
People want purple.
Okay, well, they got it.
Okay? You
It
got to
looks
give the
good.
people what they want.
Looks great.
Thank you.
All right. It's the end of the beans for that segment. No, it's not. No. French word of the day will continue throughout Summer of Champions. Other news. This is fun. Tom Cruise who is currently filming Mission Impossible 8. That's how high we are with that.
They'll never end.
He's in Europe. He will be one of the highlights of the Olympics closing ceremony next weekend. TMZ reports that the plan involves crews rappelling down from the top of the stadium, the Stade de France, landing on the stadium field and carrying the official Olympic flag. And then, in theory, the TV broadcast will then cut to a previously recorded film of Tom Cruise's journey on an airplane, flying with the Olympic flag from France to LA, where then he's going to skydive down to the Hollywood sign. I'm sorry I'm spoiling this. I mean, maybe some of this would have been.
Well, it's all over the internet. I also was going like deep into the recesses of French journalism and finding articles that I then translated to English, because he was also spotted riding his motorcycle with a giant flag behind him down around kind of like the Arc de Triomphe and then along Champs-Élysées.
Okay, so it's a part of all of it.
They're putting together some sort of narrative.
Oh, well, then hold on. Okay, I assume he's going to rappel down.
Speaking of Probst, this is exactly what he did in I don't know which season it was.
Of Survivor.
Yeah.
JD, I tweeted that earlier today.
Oh, did you?
I said there's a lot of Jeff Probst's old Survivor vibes to this. Yeah. Taking the final urn of the votes. He would take it on. Probst would do like this crazy sort of helicopters, jet skis, whatever, back to the studio, and then he would pretend like he would come out.
So Tom's stealing his thunder.
Tom is doing a little Probst
Classic
here.
Tom.
Well, I mean, like, it's a bit cringe, to be honest, at this point.
I kind of
because
agree.
Like when Probst did it,
the closing ceremony is always a little weird. Like really weird.
Fine. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's going to Hollywood. The next one is in Hollywood.
LA.
And, I guess I just realized how annoyed I'm going to be with all the movie tie-ins.
Yeah.
It I don't know, but maybe it'll be fun. I'm sure I'll be into it. But but yeah, this is a little bit hack, I have to say. A little bit hack.
Well, let's give it a go.
Yeah, no. Hey,
We're going in with open
Tommy
minds.
might be able to pull it off.
I don't know.
But I think so. Yeah, he's gonna come down. So he's gonna rappel down.
Right.
Steal the torch.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. The flag.
I won't be satisfied unless he comes down Mission Impossible style on
stops like 1 foot off the
he's
field.
stealing it.
Nah.
And that'd be cool.
Oh, laser! Oh, they might do that.
They might
do the whole
thing.
thing.
They should.
I think it happens at night. Oh, laser beams!
Laser beams.
Down. He drops down.
We know they
does
have lasers.
the pretty far from the ground, or not far from the ground. He steals the flag. I think then gets on a motorcycle in the stadium.
Okay.
Rips out of it.
Yeah.
Cut to
Champs-Élysées.
him doing all that.
Yeah.
Then he goes to the plane.
Right.
He gets on it, and then cut to LA, and then now he's jumping down, skydiving. And does he land on this Hollywood sign? There's some footage of
there
him.
was
plants
footage
that
of
on
him
there.
filming there, and then there's rumors of like other athletes and celebrities being with him. There was like a quote unquote famous skateboarder, which is like
Tony Hawk
Ovs.
Probably.
I don't know any. I mean, not that I'm a skateboarding aficionado.
I
but
assume it's Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk would be the only one I could think of. But it's like, why?
Cool.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay.
Right, sorry. I mean, I believe we just spoiled the Olympics closing ceremony.
No, we didn't.
Literally on the internet.
I want to see it more now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we got more people to tune in.
Maybe we'll be proven wrong. Maybe this is just a psyop to make us think that this is what's happening.
Wow.
And there's something entirely different happening.
We did share this in our No Dunk Slack, and Trey said he wants to see like Vin Diesel drive up the cauldron or something like that, which then got a whole conversation going about what nationality is Dom Toretto in Fast and Furious?
What nationality? No, well,
he's American.
He's Italian.
I would think it's
Are you sure he's Italian?
Well, no, he's
He loves
Italian, and
family.
he's got Brazilian connections.
He's got some Dominican Republic connections, Puerto
You're
Rican.
right.
I mean, there's
But by blood, though, like
I don't know.
we've had this
Dom
conversation
Toretto is
before,
the
I'm sure.
world.
They might be.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
He represents us all.
Yeah.
What nationality is Dom Toretto? I thought, of course, that he was Italian.
Same.
But then I started looking, I'm like, is he?
Trey wants him to be there at the torch.
Trey wants Dom Toretto,
driving
aka
up,
Vin Diesel, at
hit
every
the
event.
nos, and he's like,
yeah.
And then he's in the thing.
Well, you have to admit there's a bit of a competition between Cruise and Diesel,
Of
right?
course.
I mean,
Yes.
they had they weren't similar, but they were kind of similar movies that came out
Arcs.
in the same summer last year.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
You'll see.
I'm sure Vin Diesel is like, God damn it, I should have thought
I
of
should have been me.
I should have thought of that.
Yeah.
Time. What a time.
Tom does all his own stunts, though. That's the problem, Vin. Okay. I was going to say we'd skip this, but people love it, and it's been very difficult, and I want to get one right
Yeah.
with JD tonight. So let's do some Nora trivia. It's quiz pop time. Come on. Tonight's the night.
Yeah,
Gotta be.
I believe in you guys.
Okay.
I think this one is doable.
Okay.
And I think the fact that we've been watching the Olympics for a little bit will aid you in your process here. Okay.
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 So
All right.
come with me to 1992.
Barcelona.
There you go, Barcelona.
Barcelona.
So badminton is being introduced for the very
Okay.
first time. Shout out to Rachel.
Okay.
And we find ourselves at the dramatic women's final medal match. Our competitors are the quick and graceful Suzy Susanti of Indonesia and her greatest rival, the powerful Bang Soo-hyun of South Korea.
Damn. I remember this match.
Yeah.
Same.
According to IOC guidelines, what languages must the referees speak fluently at this match? Option 1, the language of the host country and English. Option 2, the competitors' languages and English. Option 3, English, French, and Spanish, regardless of location.
Holy crap.
Interesting.
And lastly, English and French.
Okay, we're
And to keep in mind, Suzy Susanti would be speaking Indonesian, and Bang Soo-hyun would be speaking
I
Korean.
can't imagine that would have anything to do with it.
Right.
Your options are
So what are we gonna do? Have a judge that we have to have 1 million judges that can speak
Referees, yeah.
like referees that can speak every language.
This is the debate.
Not knowing who's gonna be in the gold
what
medal.
does the IOC regulate?
I immediately thought it was the where the Olympics is taking place.
The destination.
the home country's
Okay.
language, and I guess I was gonna say English because we do hear English at all these
I think that's
events.
it.
They say it in French and then they say it in English.
Do you want me to read out the options again?
Yes, please.
Okay, option 1 is the language of the host country in English. Option 2, the competitors' language is in English.
Yeah.
Option 3, English, French, and Spanish, regardless of location. And lastly, English and French.
It's impossible to say because I've been watching a lot of badminton, as you know, and I've heard English and I've heard French. I have not heard Spanish, but French is the language of the host country. So I want to say host country and English.
Let's do it, JD, and let's get it right tonight.
It's too much at stake.
Nora, final answer. We are saying in this instance Spanish and English because it was in Barcelona.
Yeah.
What is the answer?
I'm so sorry to tell you
Oh
you
my
are wrong.
God.
But I will give you this. Okay, caveat. The answer is English and French. So regardless of where this happens,
The last answer. The last
it's
one.
always English and French no matter where you are. What happens is de facto, if you, let's say this is happening in Italy, the language of the host country is considered the third language, but it's not typically
Holy
used.
moly.
So it's
Right.
always English and French, which is kind of what you were saying, JD, because you've only heard English and French.
Yeah, but we're in France.
You're in France.
we thought we were only hearing
Yeah.
French because we're in France,
Well,
but you're telling me
Regardless,
that
yeah. So
all these
basically,
Olympics I'm hearing English and French.
the IOC basically says all announcements at the Olympics must be given in French and English.
Wow.
And all the people working there have to be able to do that as well.
How do you say it's the end of the beans in French again?
Oh, c'est la fin d'haricot.
Oh, man.
It really is. I thought you guys could get that one. I'm sorry. Maybe it was too tricky. Also, just for the record,
Yeah.
Suzy Susanti for Indonesia did go on to win that match. She earned the very first women's gold medal in badminton and the first for Indonesia.
There you go.
Wow.
That's a cool
There's a pic of
top
her.
she has on.
Yeah, very cool fit.
Yeah, nice fit. Wow.
Damn it.
I remain undefeated.
You do.
Have we not got one right? I know we haven't done it every night, but we're up
You
to
have
at least
not-
4 or 5.
I think I'm going to have to dumb it down a little bit.
No. We're going to get
How dare
I
you.
don't want to feel like...
Actually,
dare you?
I have some more like gamey type ones, not just questions that I think we could play together and figure it out.
Just ask me where the Olympics in this year happened.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay.
92, Barcelona. 96, Atlanta. 2000, Sydney.
Is that fun?
04, back to Greece. 08, Beijing. 12, London. 16, Rio. 20, 21, Tokyo.
Okay, I'm not
24,
trying to.
France.
Being
Paris.
like a human abacus is not that cool. Like
That's the only thing I know and remember about the Olympics.
Right. Well, that's on you, bro. You don't even know what
it's
how
like
the code is.
Again, it's like Survivor. I only basically know the year and the winner.
Well,
everything else I forget.
That's because you have an Excel sheet of that.
I know.
Like
I
a really
study
cool
it.
guy.
I study it every night. I gotta know that the Iceman won in Thailand in season 4.
Okay.
Wait, 5. Damn.
Oops. Uh-oh. Back to
Check
the
the
spreadsheet.
Excel.
Damn it.
Check the
It
Excel.
was 5. It was 5. Fact check me on that. All right, must watch events tomorrow. It's day 8. It's Saturday, August 3rd, and we got a lot happening at the track. We have tomorrow the women's 100 meter final. Sha'Carri Richardson. We've got Shelley. It's going to be
That'll be exciting.
loaded. But they got the semis before that, but they'll very likely make it unless something goes terribly wrong. We got men's shot put for gold, women's triple jump. We had that on for a second. That's wild.
That's a weird one.
Big
That
jump.
is such a weird event.
Yeah.
But they fly. Men's decathlon, that started today. They're through 5 events in that, but that wraps up tomorrow. I believe the German is leading the way still. And then in the pool, women's 800 meter free, 200 meter IM, men's 100 meter fly, surfing. We always put surfing.
It's always there.
Maybe. And a bunch of rackets sports are having their gold medal matches in badminton, table tennis. I already talked about with that big final. So there you go.
Very exciting day. That's pretty full.
Yeah. We had 25 medal sets up for grabs today.
It felt very busy.
There's a lot going on.
There was not a lot of downtime today.
Not a lot of downtime,
Yeah.
especially when that track starts.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's going to be a struggle tomorrow. I got to squeeze in a movie.
What are you going to see?
Seeing?
Deadpool, man. I have to see
you
it. It's
gotta
the
see
last
it.
weekend before school starts.
Gotta go.
Okay.
But I'm seeing
what
it tomorrow.
What are the reviews of this?
I hear good things.
Good, I think.
I hear good things.
I think I'm in an Olympics bubble.
Same.
I don't know anything else going on.
Same.
I haven't seen a trailer. I haven't seen anything. So.
Oh yeah, you don't like the trailer. You don't watch
I like
trailers
to
anyway.
Yeah. No.
Really?
Yeah. I try to
love
go
trailers.
in blind.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
Oh,
Spoils it.
interesting. Fair
They
enough.
show too
Sometimes they
much,
do.
Nora.
Sometimes they do.
Yeah, I'm a control freak. I like knowing everything.
Fair
Well, I
enough.
know that Deadpool and Wolverine are in it.
Yeah.
Wolverine, Canadian.
Yes.
Yes. Deadpool, Canadian.
Hold on. I know Ryan himself is.
Yeah, but is Deadpool?
Is Deadpool Canadian?
The character is Canadian.
I
yes.
did not know
Whoa,
that.
whoa, we won.
And Hugh Jackman is not Canadian. He's
No,
I know
no,
that, but
his
that's not
character.
Wolverine.
Just want to make sure.
Someone get a friggin' diagram of all these Canadians.
Well, after you watch the movie, let me know who wins, and then I will add a medal.
It's not versus, I don't think.
They don't battle at all in
No,
this
no,
movie.
they're-
Well, I hope
Break.
they do.
I think there's probably sassy banter. But
Oh,
there
there's
will be.
got to be a fight scene at some point between
They'd fight.
them.
They must fight each
They
other.
turn on each other, get
Okay.
tired of each other.
okay.
Wolverine's such a cranky guy.
Yeah,
He is, but that's great. He'll
And
be
isn't like their whole thing? They both almost can't die.
They have a similar power for sure.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
But it'll be great because he'll be like the kind of straight man to the silliness of Deadpool.
Yep.
Okay, well, let us know how it goes. We will
Yeah, thank
expect
you.
a full report on tomorrow's
Full review.
Summer
Yeah.
of Champions. We'll determine whether we give it the gold, silver, or bronze
bronze.
medal of the
Okay,
day, depending
okay.
on how good the movie is. Thanks everybody for joining us tonight here on Friday night. Hit the like button, subscribe, share the show, leave us a 5-star rating and review, and we'll see you tomorrow night where we will find out what color Nora's beret is. Parting words. It's the end of the beans.
The end of the beat. It's la fin de haricot. We watched OC last night. What did you think of it?
No, we're not doing that.
We already
We're
did
not
Bravo.
doing that.
Do you want to start a new podcast?
We're not doing that. No, embrace the night, people.